It is exactly 9:30. It's taken 1 hour to get here by the boat that is now behind me. I've just stepped off and I'm in St Tropez, heading for the Old Town and the famous beaches. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring and sightseeing and learn a little bit more about the town itself. I really didn't realise that St Tropez had such a well-preserved old town with fortifications. You can see one of the towers behind me, one of the defensive structures that they used to use to protect the city against attack. Apparently the name St Tropez derives from Roman times when they ruled here. The place used to be a little fishing village, turned into a larger port because the draft is 4 meters, meaning they could get bigger ships to come and dock here. Ships up to, I think, 20 to 25 meters. I'm just walking now into this little quaint beach area. Look at this. Really nice old houses there. And this little stony beach area leading down into the Mediterranean Sea. It is a beautiful morning. Just a little further around now. Apparently there's a castle up there on the hill, so I might pop up there before I go into the old town. The climb up the hill begins, and these old stony pathways. An old cemetery looking out to sea. There's an island out there as well in the distance. I think you can do day trips to that. I've picked up a little trail, so I'm heading through the woods and up to what is a citadel. I found out, a 17th century citadel. So I'm going to get to the top. There is a museum in there now, but I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to have a look around and see if I can fly the drone while I'm up there, I think. It's a citadel on the left of the shot there. Some kind of old road coming round here. But unfortunately it looks at the moment like it's all cordoned off. So I don't think you can actually access the citadel itself. I will just go around the other side here and double check. It does look like it's decaying and falling to bits, to be fair. So that may be why it's closed off. You can see some of the stone wall right there literally falling to bits, which is not good when that happens at the bottom of a big wall. Just on the other side now of the citadel, and as I thought, there is a museum entrance here. Looks like just half of the citadel is open. It's a museum of maritime history, focusing, I would imagine, on St Tropez. You can get in this way, but I'm going to continue onwards. I think I don't really have time to be looking in museums, unfortunately. All kitted out for a bit of a swim. If you want to head down there, the water is extremely clear and you got this as a backdrop. So as you can see, I'm back down from the citadel and I'm now heading into the old town. I'm going to have a look around and learn a little bit about some of the buildings in the old town itself. Just walking blindly around, and this is a street that kind of sums up St Tropez Old Town. Just these small quaint coloured houses, lots of plants outside, and very quiet. It's a really nice area. I haven't seen any of the big fashion brands that you associate with Saint Tropez yet. I think they're in the sort of newer part of the town, just next to where I am, maybe 5 minutes away. Nice little entrance to a house. Lovely pink coloured flowers growing above the door. A cool 8.9 million euros for that property. Somewhere close by. It's got a nice swimming pool. It's a beautiful house actually. Look at that. The midday sun is beaming down now. This is the famous yellow and pink stone church here in Saint Tropez. It's not the original. The original was abandoned over near the town hall when the population of the town began to rise rapidly because so many people wanted to live here. This was built in the 18th century in its place. It's closed at the moment, closes at midday unfortunately, so I can't go in, so I'll just have to have a look around the perimeter instead. Nice building, very large considering how close some of these other buildings are. I think I'm now in the newer part of the town. All the fashion brands are here. Lacoste, just seen Coco Chanel. Electric bike, that's what I need to get to the beach. Right. I'm heading now for a fish market. Every time I think I'm out of the old town, I see something really old. So I've got a feeling I might still be in it. Although I believe the old town is pedestrianised, so with those cars moving about and vehicles, it's likely that I'm not. Okay, see if I can find my bearings. I might have to consult a map. I'm not sure how much it costs to dock your boat or your yacht in the port here, but I shouldn't imagine it's cheap. It used to be a fishing village way back in the day, but it's now more likely that you're going to see a big yacht than a fishing boat. I'm back down at the port. It's a hive of activity down here. Lots of nice buildings lining this street. Lots of little bikes to get around on. Just there, built into an old fortification, is the fish market. I believe it is now closed, but I can see some people going in. So I think I'll go and see if they'll let me in.
Autre chose, vous allez voir comment ça va sentir.
Yep, definitely closed. So instead I'm going to head off now to the bus station, see if I can catch a bus to the famous beaches of Saint Tropez. Fingers crossed, I've just been dropped off at the right bus station. Pampelonne Beach, which is the famous Brigitte Bardot beach of Saint Tropez. I think about 5 minutes walk down this hill and I should be there. There's a little memorial here in remembrance of the soldiers that liberated Saint Tropez at the end of World War II. I believe that Saint Tropez was the first French town on the Mediterranean coast that was liberated. Yeah, this is where it's happening. This is where the party is. Probably in some of those yachts out at sea. So the plan now, I think getting the buses back is a little bit too confusing, so I'm planning to walk along the stretch of the beach and then actually walk back into Saint Tropez Old Town to catch the ferry back. It should take about 20 minutes to walk along the beach and then about an hour to get back to Saint Tropez. I'm about a mile further up the beach now, but I was just walking along the beach, shoes off, socks off, paddling in the water, camera out, taking a few shots, and I realised that everybody around me had no clothes on. So I'm pretty sure a section of that beach is a nudist beach. So I thought I'd better put my camera away. It's almost fully clothed down here though, restaurants and bars down this end, although the sand is much nicer at this end, I've noticed as well. Right, without any further ado, I'm gonna walk back along this little pier on Pampelonne beach and then head back towards the old town. So Google is telling me 1 hour. I'm just hoping that the road it's pointing along has paths or at least somewhere to walk. If it doesn't, if it's an old country road, then there could be a problem. Just passing the Tahiti hotel restaurant, and I noticed you can get some food if you so desire. A starter between 20 and 40 euros. There is one for 45, and then a main meal, where are they? Let's say a meat main meal, going to cost you around about 40-45 euros, and then the desserts are all 15 to 16 euros. Unfortunately, the pathway has indeed disappeared to almost nothing. It's just a very small track on the side of the road, but luckily it doesn't seem to be a very busy road and there aren't many vehicles coming down it, so fingers crossed it stays like that. I've made it back into the old town. It's 4:45, which means the ferry leaves in half an hour, so I'm going to just take a stroll through the old town once more and then back to the ferry terminal to catch the ferry back to Saint Raphaël. It has been a really good day here in Saint Tropez. I've seen everything I wanted to see. In the meantime, I'll leave you with some shots of the old town and some video of the ferry ride back to Saint Raphaël.
Got to know you before you faded away. I got to know you. Got to